Hello subscribers, pianoryland@gmail.com. I wanted to take just a quick moment and say thank you for all of you who have been requesting special songs and inviting me to have the opportunity to listen to things that I don't know and learn them and branch out and grow. Thank you so much. And I wanted to say that as a segue into a special thank you to Mike Wadsworth, who emailed me at pianoryland@gmail.com and had a listener request for a song I did not know. The song is In the Shelter of His Arms, sung by Jimmy Swaggart. You would recognize his name as a preacher and singer for many years. If I'm not mistaken, I think someone told me that Jimmy Swaggart was related to Jerry Lee Lewis, the famous pianist. I don't have that readily available in front of me, but if that's correct or not, email me and let me know so that I can get my story straight. But here is In the Shelter of His Arms. We'll be in the key of D major for Mike Wadsworth. So in D major, right where Jimmy Swaggart sang it, we have two sharps. We have an F sharp and then we have an C sharp in the D sharp major scale. So here's the scale. Okay, so I just did a quick listen to the demo that was on YouTube already. And this is what I heard, and I will do my best to get as close as I can. So here's the intro. It starts with the little tag, in the shelter of his arms. 1, 2. So Mike, since you're not asking me for a demo, we're going to dive right into the chord explanation. So in that video that Jimmy did, the voicing is here. That's the little choir doo-wop background. In the shelter of his arms. So they start out with these three notes, D, G, and B in the vocals. Then to D major. Then they did that little walk down, which is G, B, and D. Then the lower two notes move down, F sharp, A, and D. And then move down again, E, G, and D, and then resolves back to 1 or tonic or home, which is our one chord for the key. All right, so that's the intro. 1, 2. In the shelter of his arms. Okay, that's the intro. So now it picks up with verse 1. Verse 1, I don't know all the words, so I'm just going to play the chords as we go. 1, verse. Okay. All right, so we start off with the one chord, D, F sharp. All right, so then we have A major, A, C sharp, and E. And then it continues one more measure. Okay. And then he has an E minor in there. So your E minor is going to be E, G, B, and D. Then one of your next chords will be back to the A major, A, C sharp, and E. halfway through the verse, you'll hit this chord. So that is your D major 7. So in simple form, it looks like this. D, F sharp, A, and C. All right, so that's your D7. Back to D major, D, F sharp, and A. So that's your A7, A, C sharp, E, and G. Back to D, D, F sharp, and A. At the end of the verse, they do that little, so it's a D7, but right before they go into the chorus, so D, F sharp, A, C. Chorus. So you're in, the chord is G, G, B, D. Now we're in the chorus. D, F sharp, and A. A, C sharp, and E. 7. D, F sharp, and A. You can put in the 7, which is the C. G, B, and D. Now, one of the great things about this is just a little aside, because Mike Wadsworth, you were asking me about some of the other little funny nuances, the different fills and things you can add in. This is a great song. So in 3/4, so really what the time signature means is there are 3 beats to every measure. All right, so we've got 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, like a waltz. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great song, great tempo, good chords. Don't overcomplicate it. Some little things that I do. So these are little fills, and I think Jimmy Swaggart and Jerry Lee Lewis kind of do these things. I've heard them do it, I think. So they're doing little pull-offs. So in slow form, it's E and A, F sharp and A, E and A. You'll need to memorize that. Lock that in. You'll use that a lot. That's a classic move. I've done that on other videos, but here we go. D, A, F sharp. So this is the tenths. You'll remember I love tenths. Then it moves up to. Got D, C, A. Then D, B, G. Resolves down to D, A, and F sharp. That's those inner voicing tenths moves. So all I did there was just D, D sharp, E, F, and F sharp. It's just a quick little grace move. So that's a nice one, isn't it? Let me show you that. A, D, F sharp, Chromatic half-step walk down. Chromatic means by half steps. So chromatic half-step walk down. A, D, F sharp. You got A flat, C sharp, if you want to call it that, F, natural, G, C sharp, E, and resolves down again to F sharp, A, and D. I did a little rake there. They call it a rake in the studio. See it? So it's the inner voices. So it's not the outer ones, it's the inner voices that move. That's what a lot of people can't get in their brain. So you're just doing chromatic half steps. Mike, you'd asked me about some diatonic notes, passing chords, fills and runs. I would love for you to explain what you're thinking a little more in detail to me. So send me an email at pianoryland@gmail.com. Maybe give me some examples or give me a timestamp in this video or another video if you see one that you like. I would be happy to try and do another video for you to help. It may not be the best thing that you need, but I'm going to give it a shot, buddy, and I really appreciate you and all the people out there who are sending me requests. I have been inundated, literally, with the number of requests for songs and demos that people are sending, and I am so grateful and I'm so appreciative. It takes me a while to get around to it because this is not the only thing I do. This is not the only job I have. This is just something I do for a hobby and for fun. But again, thank you so much, Mike Wadsworth, and for all of you out there who are listening and watching and learning. And let's learn together. And you all help me, and I'll continue doing the best I can. pianoryland@gmail.com.